สวัสดีครับพบกับช่อง Bit Investment นะครับสำหรับในตอนนี้นะครับก็จะมาสัมภาษณ์ทีม Persistent One นะครับ Welcome everybody into the channel. Today I will interview the Persistent One team. What is this project proposed for, and what is delivered? What the value position that they're going to bring to the community? I will bring Mr. Pitesh into the chat. Hello
everyone. It's great to be here. I hope I'm just trying to switch on my video, but I guess it's not switching on.
Yeah, it has like a gear you need to configuration the your camera device.
I did. Let me not see. I just try once again. Just give me a minute. But like more than my video, I guess it's more important that I'll be sharing my screen. So
okay.
Yeah, we'll walk through people like answering your questions and talking about what persistence is as well if the device is not configured. But thank you so much for taking this time out and inviting us, Beth, and really glad to be here. We have been looking at Thai community, with a lot of a lot of hope and energy. Because we recently started a Thai community and there's so much of great response from the entire community, and I guess it's in general like Thailand has that energy for crypto at least, and it's lovely to see these small nations with such great communities sort of is now I guess the next wave of crypto where all the activities are happening, all the projects want to be there. So I guess Thailand is one of that place, and like at Persistence, we are, we keenly looking at Thailand as one of the key strategic areas for us to focus. Yeah.
Okay. I would like to introduce you before we jump to the topic. Mr. Pitesh, right?
Yes.
He is the CMO of the Persistent One. Persistent One is one kind of project in DeFi, and it's very interesting that you define yourselves like you need to bridge the traditional finance to the decentralized finance. Would you like to show your slide?
Okay, share. If you can please add that.
Okay. Good. I will. Okay, this one better. Okay. Your slide, your monitor is bring to for the audience right now. Okay, please tell me to explain about the persistent. What is the persistent and why we need the persistent? Hold on. I would like to translate a little bit before we jump to the topic. เมื่อกี้นี้เขาก็เริ่มเกริ่นเนาะเขาบอกว่าไทยคอมมูนิตี้เนี่ยมีพลังค่อนข้างเยอะแล้วก็เขาอยากที่จะมา introduce ตัวเองเนี่ยมาที่ทางฝั่งไทยคอมมูนิตี้เดี๋ยวจะเข้าไปในท็อปิกแล้วคนนี้ที่สัมภาษณ์เนี่ยเป็น CMO นะ Chief Marketing Officer ของ Persistent One จริงๆเนี่ยนัดCEO ด้วยแต่ว่าติดปัญหาพอดีไอตัวที่สำหรับไลฟ์เนี่ยไม่รองรับบนโมบายเขาเลยจอยเข้ามาไม่ได้ก็น่าเสียดายที่ไม่ได้คุยกับ CEO เนาะแต่ไม่เป็นไรก็คนนี้ก็พอตอบคำถามอะไรได้นะครับก็ go ahead Pitesh.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Pet, for explaining it to people. Really, Tushar wanted to be here, but due to some technical issues, he won't be able to join. But really happy to answer any questions that you all have, and I'm sure, in some of the next events we do, we'll make sure all our entire team is here, and we definitely want to interact with everyone. Where our CTO, our CEO, everyone is there to interact with the Thai community. Before starting actually introducing Persistence, would like to start with introducing myself. So I am Abhitej, and I take care of the marketing strategy, community, and communications at Persistence. I joined the team at the very early stage when we were still in the stealth mode. So we actually have been building for now close to 1.5 years. But before January, Persistence wasn't. And before joining Persistence, I was helping a couple of early stage startups now, which are like one of them is backed by unicorns in India. And so that gave me a lot of exposure to like early stage startups, a lot of marketing strategies. And in 2018, when I was like introduced to blockchain, I guess mid 2018, I started really loving the concept of blockchain, and then eventually started like becoming part of a lot of crypto communities. And that is like how my journey from starting like small venture into crypto community, crypto ecosystem of helping other projects lead their marketing efforts. I sort of made that transition to Persistence. So a lot of like it's been good like supporting these early stage startups and then moving into crypto community and then eventually making it to Persistence. And when I came to Persistence, I also co-founded Cosmos India, which is the biggest local Shar and Dipanshu and a couple of other industry pioneers in India. And so far we have been able to achieve like great results with Persistence, which we will talk in this presentation and in this AMA. So happy, really great to be here, and this has been my journey so far in short. And when it comes to Persistence, as Beth asked, so Persistence basically is trying to bring together DeFi and traditional finance. Now, how like a lot of people ask, like, how is it possible? So, like right now, you see on your screen there is this slide which shows. So currently, if you look at all the institutional side applications or in general corporates or big institutions, they sort of are not very open to crypto for majorly for the reason is that there are so many regulatory uncertainties, the complexity of the public blockchains, and all of that leads to this resistance to emerging technologies such as crypto, right? So in this case, what we identified as we sort of abstracted away the complexity of public chains and then started working more with family offices and SMEs. So our major target audience is SMEs, from where we would be sourcing the institutional capital basically into the DeFi space. So how it happens is right now, if you look at our approach, what we're trying to do is we're trying to bring real world assets onto chain. And then these real world assets can be used as collateral. So these real world assets are basically coming from traditional finance. And against these real world assets, you could basically borrow crypto, right? So that is where the like this bridge of the DeFi and traditional finance happens. So we'll talk more about it. But if you look at the problems that exist right now, majorly if you look at crypto space, there is just asset exchange, that is DEXs. We have a lot of DEXs, like there's Uniswap, and we have like OpenSea, which is for NFTs. And the second thing is liquidity aggregators, right? So these are just two areas that we see currently into our crypto ecosystem, right? But there is no gateway for the real world assets to come into the crypto ecosystem. And that is where asset tokenization, what Persistence is trying to do is capture this end-to-end journey of right from tokenization to liquidity aggregation, and then against that liquidity you could basically take loans, right? So this is high level what we're trying to do at Persistence. But we can talk more about it. I'm sure you would want to translate at this point of time.
Yeah. เบื้องต้นเขาก็แนะนำตัวเองเนาะคุณอภิเทชเนี่ยเขาก็อันนี้แนะนำว่าเขาทำอะไรมาบ้างทำในสตาร์ทอัพเขาทำเรื่องของมาร์เก็ตติ้งอะไรพวกนี้แหละแล้วก็เขาก็เริ่มสนใจในทางด้านคริปโตเขาก็เลยมาจอยที่ Persistent One นะครับแล้วก็รู้สึกว่าเขาจะมีคอนเน็กชันเกี่ยวกับคอมมูนิตี้ของ Cosmos ในอินเดียด้วยซึ่งเป็น Good Community ที่เขาบอกนะเป็นแล้วก็มี relation ที่ดีนะตัวที่เขากำลังเล่าเนี่ยสรุปง่ายๆเลยก็คือไอ้ persistent one เนี่ยเขาบอกว่าเขาเนี่ยพยายามที่จะเป็นตัวเหมือนสะพานที่เชื่อมระหว่างตัวเขาใช้ว่า traditional finance ก็คือเขาเรียก finance ย่อมาจากอะไรนะเรื่องของการเงินใช่ไหมเรื่องของการเงินเนี่ยที่เป็นแบบเดิมๆแบบระบบเก่าเนี่ยเขาพยายามที่จะเป็นสะพานเชื่อมเข้ามาใน DeFiนะครับโดยเขาใช้คำว่า real world asset ซึ่งไอ้ real world asset เนี่ยhello
yeah here
a bit I think is loop the sound is loop I'm not sure did you use the like headphone or you use the speaker right hello
yes I used the speaker
okay my voice is back to me it's loop
I'll just switch off my mic
thank you แล้วก็เขาพยายามที่จะปรับตัวที่เป็นคือเรียกง่ายๆว่าเอาตัวสินทรัพย์ที่อยู่ในโลกปกติเนี่ยมา collateral เพื่อที่จะเอาเข้ามาอยู่ในโลกของ DeFi นะครับเขาก็จะทำตั้งแต่การทำ asset tokenization ก็คือแปลงตัวสินทรัพย์พวกนี้เป็น tokenize นะครับที่เรารู้จักกันเนาะที่เรียกว่า NFT นี่แหละแล้วก็จะทำเป็นตัวที่เป็น exchange เป็น DEX เนี่ยมันจะมีหลายตัวนะที่เป็นเหมือน cross chain exchange เมื่อกี้เขายกตัวอย่างพวก Uniswap หรืออะไรพวกเนี้ยแต่ถ้าเป็นพวกที่ขายของอย่าง OpenSea อะไรพวกนี้ก็จะเป็นเหมือนเขาเรียกตลาดที่เป็น Decentralize Market เลยนะก็ทำลักษณะคล้ายๆกันแล้วเขายังทำตัวเป็นลักษณะของ liquidity aggregator ก็คือเขาจะเอา liquidity เนี่ยมารวมกันนะมัดรวมกันเป็นเหมือน pool นะโอเคbefore we go to another topic I would like to know could you please explain about the idea to bridge from traditional finance to the DeFi? I'm not sure how can you do that, like process to tokenization and who gonna be like a verify or audit you about you have the real asset to compare with the asset that was tokenized in your system?
Yeah, absolutely, and that's a great question. And to answer that, like it also starts with like what our vision has been, right? So if you see the slide on your screen, it's basically defines like our go-to-market strategy. So our go-to-market strategy is with commodity trading space. So if you look at just like commodity trading space, the global trade, it's a $19.6 trillion market. And out of this, there are like 80% of trades require financing. But in this financing, like there is this $1.5 trillion worth of gap in financing. And a lot of these, the financing gap is for SMEs. So SMEs don't get this liquidity very easily because of the complex systems that are laid out. Now, out of this, if you look at like what our market, what the market we are trying to capture is the $700 billion market in Asia. That includes Middle East, like 4 major hubs: Dubai, Hong Kong, and you have Singapore, and you have Malaysia. So out of these, it's out of these 4 hubs, you have like $700 billion worth of financing gap. So what we're trying to do is essentially we're trying to solve like to answer your question. It's like I have to skip like a couple of slides, but as you said, who is going to verify these? So in each like in our system, we call them asset originators. So these asset originators are the third-party verifiers with which, say, institutional application, one of these applications. So as I was explaining why I want to set this context is, so the commodity trading space I was talking about, the first application that we built in this commodity trading space, it's a third-party application which we helped to build from ground up, is called Comdex. So Comdex is an high C commodity trading marketplace in which the buyers and sellers can meet, and then basically they also it's in capturing the end-to-end journey of each trade, right from trade discovery to trade settlement, and then they can also apply for trade financing, and this is a trade financing use case, right? So now how it is happening is all these business ownership documents that are basically used in these trades are the ownership documents that are converted into NFTs. So what we are doing is we are in the metadata, we are basically storing all the important information in these NFTs, and then these NFTs are stored onto chain, right? So these are like if somebody asks what are you storing using NFTs? So NFTs, we are storing ownership documents, and then ownership documents like bill of lading. In commodity trading, it's a ownership document. You have invoices. So once every trade is basically settled or a trade is finalized, an invoice is raised, right? So that invoice is can be also scraped and put into the NFT metadata. So these are all the information through NFTs is stored on chain. Now you have these documents on chain. Against these documents, you can basically approach for the loan, and these NFTs or these documents are verified by the third party verifiers.
Sorry. The third party is mean the node validator or the another party.
Yeah, so these are primary financiers, right? So asset originators who have been in the space for a very long time. They know, say, in commodity trading, like in this use case, like you see here, they're primary financiers, right? So primary financiers are people who have understood commodity. They're experts of that particular industry. Like here, taking example of Comdex, they're primary financiers. They understand the industry, and they have been doing this for years or decades into a particular industry, and they understand which trades can be financed and which trades cannot be financed, right? So just to keep the sense of decentralization, we would get involved in multiple commodity trading organizations who basically have been verifying these commodity trading documents, right? So these are the third party verifiers, and based on their response, these NFTs basically on the Comdex chain, these NFTs are then moved to persistence dApp. So you can recognize that which particular trade can be financed. So which the question you initially asked is, how do you verify that in real world this particular trade or this particular asset that is on chain, this real world asset has the same value, right? So this is the role of these primary financiers. So they could be understood as underwriters in the system. So we have heard about underwriters a lot in crypto space and blockchain space. So these all these asset originators basically act as underwriters to verify that a trade can be financed or not. What is the actual value of those assets in real world, and can they be financed is like, and only on their approval these the loan is approved against those real world assets. So what we are basically is all these primary financiers also have to have in possession of the real documents, right? So how it would happen in a real world is that you would keep your assets as a collateral to the bank, right? And the bank would be in the possession of the real documents. In this case, the primary financier need to have those physical documents, the original copies of those documents, for them to come onto chain and verify that. So in this case, what, like how it becomes more effective as there is this sense of auditability. Each action by each actor in the whole system is recorded on chain. So if that answers to your question.
Oh, I think I got your idea, but a little bit thing. The seller is like an issuer, right? Issuer like they need to get loan, they need to borrow the money, and they have an invoice that the value is in the invoice because they're gonna get the payment from in the future, and
Yes.
they need the liquidity, so they submit the document to the Comdex, and the primary financier who is a verifier, he have an experience in the industry. They know the document, this is fraud or not, and then they approve it's going to be issued like a NFT token and sent to the persistent DF, right?
Yes, you're right.
Who is investor that provide the liquidity, provide the money for the seller?
Yes, absolutely. This is another question. So there is other part. This is where I was talking liquidity aggregation that we initially mentioned. So we are gathering this liquidity aggregation on persistence dApp, right? So on persistence dApp, basically we're building bridge with, so if you see in the diagram, there is this Ethereum bridge, right? So through this Ethereum bridge, all the stable coin holders, say if I hold stable coins and you hold your stable coins, we can put that into different tranches. So different liquidity pools. Those could be, say, high risk, high returns, low risk, low returns. So these are like different sort of tranches. And in these tranches is basically categorized all different sorts of trades. And all these stable coins are like basically the liquidity. Now through so this is like an aggregation of the stable coins, that is crypto. So this is like the right side of the diagram explains the crypto side. On the left side of the diagram explains the more institutional side, right? Where you have traditional buyers and sellers, primary financiers, but they don't have anything to do with crypto. On the right side, you have the like stable coin holders such as yourself, myself, or other community members who can basically put their stable coins in persistence dApp for receiving and sustainable returns on their stable coins, right? So what happens is once this liquidity is in persistence dApp and a particular trade has to be financed, then once that trade is approved, the stable coins are converted through an OTC, and eventually that would be more crypto-friendly banks. Through these banks, the liquidity will be converted. So the stable coins, the crypto would be converted into fiat to finance the real world use case or like real world trades for these sellers and buyers, if that answers your question.
Okay, got it. Let me translate to the audience. เป็นไอเดียที่เจ๋งและแปลกใหม่ดีนะ แต่ว่าก็มีความเสี่ยงนะเดี๋ยวเล่าให้ฟังว่าหลักการมันคืออะไร คือมันจะเป็นลักษณะของเขาใช้คำว่า asset based lending เนี่ยจริงๆแล้วเนี่ย asset ที่เป็น asset based ที่เขาว่าถึงในโลกแห่งความเป็นจริงเนี่ยก็คือ invoice นะครับเขาบอกว่าคือคนขายคนซื้อเนี่ยมันมีการเทรดกันที่เขาใช้ว่า trade finance เนี่ยเคสแบบนี้มันเป็นลักษณะของการส่งออกหรือนำเข้าต่างประเทศเนาะแล้วเวลาที่เราส่งออกหรือนำเข้าเนี่ยมันก็จะมีเรื่องของเงินเข้ามาเกี่ยวข้องใช่ไหมทีนี้เวลาที่ส่งออกหรือนำเข้าเนี่ยส่วนใหญ่แล้วเนี่ยมันก็จะมีเรื่องของการจ่ายเงินอะไรพวกนี้ซึ่งไอ้พวกเนี้ยเราเอามาใช้เป็นลักษณะของ trade finance ได้แต่อันเนี้ยเขาเป็นลักษณะของขาขายใช่ไหมเขามอง seller ซึ่ง seller เนี่ยมันจะมี invoice อยู่ซึ่ง invoice เนี่ยมันมีมูลค่าเพราะว่าอะไรในอนาคตเนี่ยเขาจะได้รับการจ่ายเงินจากคนซื้อใช่ไหมแต่ว่าพอเวลาที่เราทำธุรกิจเนี่ยถ้ายิ่งส่งออกหรือนำเข้าเนี่ยเครดิตเทอมมันจะยาวมากกว่า 2 เดือน 3 เดือนอย่างเงี้ยมันเลยทำให้คนพวกเนี้ยเขาจะต้องการเงินสดวิธีการก็คือเขาก็จะเอา invoice เนี่ยมาsubmit เพื่อที่จะขอกู้นะครับซึ่งพวกเนี้ยมันก็จะต้องจ่ายดอกเบี้ยใช่ไหมสมมุติจะเก็บเงินได้ล้านนึงเนี่ยอาจจะต้องเสียดอกเบี้ยสัก 100,000 เนี่ยเขาก็ยอมเพราะว่าเขาได้เงิน 900,000 เพื่อไปหมุนธุรกิจต่อไอ้เนี่ยแหละมันจะถูกคนที่ชื่อว่า primary financer เนี่ยเป็นคนที่จะ verify หรือ validate แล้วก็ tokenize มันออกมาเป็นไอ้ตัวที่เป็น non fungible token submit เข้าไปในฝั่งที่เรียกว่า persistent DApp นะอันนี้ก็จะเป็น pool อยู่ทีนี้ฝั่งขาคนให้กู้เนี่ยก็จะมี pool ฝั่งที่เป็นstable coin อยู่อันนี้แหละที่มันจะดูว่าใน pool เนี้ยมันจะมีระดับความเสี่ยงอยู่ว่าระดับความเสี่ยงสูงสมมุติอยู่ pool 1ความเสี่ยงสูงดอกเบี้ยจะสูงหน่อยความเสี่ยงต่ำดอกเบี้ยก็จะต่ำหน่อยแล้วก็อันเนี้ยก็จะprovide liquidity มาให้ใน pool เนาะก็ถือว่าเป็นไอเดียที่มันก็like a decentralized manner ใช่ไหมครับก็ในเมื่อเป็น decentralized แล้วทำคล้ายๆแบบนี้ก็จะเป็น decentralized แหละแต่ว่าความเสี่ยงมันคืออย่างนี้พวกเนี้ยมันจะมีเรื่องของต้อง make คือคนที่ทำเป็น verifier เนี่ยต้อง make sure ว่าไอ้ invoice มันเป็นของจริงอันนี้ซึ่งยากนะแล้วก็ไอ้ตัว primary financer เนี่ยก็ไม่รู้ว่าจริงๆแล้วเขาเนี่ยมีประสบการณ์ที่จะ approve มากน้อยขนาดไหนความเสี่ยงไงอันนี้ก็ต้องไปลองดูนะทีนี้ในตัวของอันเนี้ยที่น่าสนใจอีกอันนึงก็คือเวลาที่มันปล่อยกู้เนี่ยมันเป็นพูลหรือเปล่าอันนี้ไม่แน่ใจเดี๋ยวลองถามก่อนนะApitesh
yes
one more question about the lending and borrowing when you want to lending for the seller if I want to lend them can I
yes
okay just provide the stable coin into the
persistent
yeah and if the persistent DF has a lot of pool that you said is divided by the risk and if you have more risk you have more return right the percentage of the repayment repayment interest is maybe higher than the safe one right
yes so basically persistence DApp is still in making. We are trying to categorize into different tranches. So over time, yes, this is like high level. It says yes, if you have you finance in high risk trade, then you get high returns. Like in most of the markets, that is the case, right? And if you look at traditional markets also. So yes,
I just want to ask you about. I can choose the like I'm not the I can't accept the higher risk rate so I can choose the lower rate or the system automatic choose and average the return and kick back to the holder. I'm not sure what the mechanic.
Yep. So yes, definitely over time these users will be able to choose which pool they want to put in, right? So like for example, if we look at any DEX or like liquidity aggregator at the point of time, like right now I have this choice of do I want to put into an maybe SUSD pool, I want to put it into WBTC pool, I want to put in ETH pool. So there is choice, right? Similar way, there would be different pools and there would be choice for in which pool you want to add liquidity to.
Got it. Okay. Go to the next question. How about your roadmap and how long this far from the original proposal that you proposed in your white paper for this project and where we are?
Absolutely. So if you look at like high level talking, we have onboarded world's best validators. So out of our 12 validators, most of them are in the top 20 validators on most of POS networks that you see. And the other thing is we have already completed the development of our persistence SDK. So on the left side that you see on top of which Comdex is built, right? So persistence SDK is completed, on which now different institutional applications are being built. In terms of use case capturing, Comdex has already been launched. It's already being used. We have completed close to 41 million worth of trades on Comdex, which is this whole traction itself defines and speaks volumes about the traction that persistence has in general, right? And we have built a solid team on all three fronts: on technology side, on business side, on the community side. And now we are trying to capture more use cases. We have also launched an initiative called Stake Drop, in which we are trying to, that is a way to distribute our token before the public sale, in which this is basically the distribution of token to a very focused group, that is stakers, who already have a lot of information about staking or POS networks. And then they are also supposedly long-term partners into your ecosystem, right? So we will talk more about Stake Drop as we go ahead. But high level on the technology side, we have established our SDK. All the modules have been set, and now these are being used by different institutional use cases. Comdex is already live in production application with a great traction, and we have also recently gotten grant from Interchain Foundation to build the interchain NFT standards. So we are working with now multiple foundations and organizations to also grow the interoperability ecosystem, right? And now the goal for us is going forward, as you said, we have already raised $3.7 million in our private sale and in our seed and private round. And now as we complete our Stake Drop campaign and there is more traction, and once we have completed this distribution mechanism, we will get into closer to public sale. We're just still trying to make sure that we are in this position where our product is into the market. We have the entire just analyzing the market. We are in a perfect situation, and that is what we are trying to do. So we're still on track. A few things that we were supposed to do later have been done early, and that shows that the speed we are moving at. Now Comdex is about to go basically to the incentivized testnet and very quickly into mainnet. And after that, we would have persistence testnet, persistence main chain testnet, and then mainnet. So still hopeful to stick with the roadmap that we have proposed on our website and quickly moving towards that.
Okay. เดี๋ยวอธิบายเมื่อกี้ที่ถามเขาเรื่องของ roadmap เป็นยังไงบ้างเขาก็บอกว่าเขาก็เริ่มทำมาหลายอย่างแล้วเนาะไอตัวที่เป็นpersistent SDK เขาก็ทำแล้วก็จะมีตัวที่เป็น Comdex เขาเรียกว่าพาร์ทเนอร์กับคนนั้นคนนี้อะไรเยอะแยะอันนี้สรุปแบบเร็วๆเลยนะแล้วก็จะมีเรื่องของ Stake Drop เดี๋ยวจะถามไม่เข้าใจเหมือนกันว่าไอ้ Stake Drop เนี่ยมันคืออะไรเนี่ยเขาบอกว่าเขาเนี่ยได้ funding เมื่อกี้จำไม่ได้แล้วตัวเลขเป็น seed round เนี่ยมาเท่าไหร่ไม่รู้กี่ล้านเหรียญเนี่ยจำไม่ได้แล้วใครจำได้บอกหน่อยแล้วกันแล้วก็เมื่อกี้เขาพูดถึงอะไรไม่ได้โน้ตเนี่ย ลืมเลยเนี่ยเขาก็บอกว่าเขาก็ทำได้ตาม roadmap นี่แหละแล้วก็เดี๋ยวเขาจะมีตัวที่เป็นseed round ซึ่งseed round เขาผ่านไปแล้วเขาจะมีไอเนี่ย stake drop เนี่ยยังไม่เข้าใจว่าเวลาที่คนที่อยากจะ invest เหมือนกับเขาต้องการอะไร long term คนที่ invest ของเขาเนี่ยเราก็จะมีstake drop เนี่ยเพื่อที่จะ distribute ตัว token เนี่ยให้นะเดี๋ยวถามเขาเรื่อง stake drop อีกทีนึงแล้วกันI would like to understand about stake drop. What is the stake drop? And I saw the persistent and Kawa is like a partner. Even the Cosmos. What does it mean about the stake drop and the relation between persistent Kawa and Cosmos?
Absolutely. So, persistence is basically a POS network, and a POS network. We were very early into POS ecosystem. So what we saw is that apart from the token holders need to be basically long-term partners, because once you have staking introduced in your ecosystem, then all more the token is staked, the more the security of the network grows, right? And in this case, we analyze that the staking community is growing, and they are very well aware about how the POS networks generally work, and they also know about very much aware about the crypto community, like crypto ecosystem in general. So stake drop is an innovative way in which you like you distribute your token to the existing stakers on different networks, right? So different partner networks, and this provides solves essentially two major problems that a lot of projects face in their very early stages, which we have sort of innovatively solved. One is bootstrapping a strong community, a community that understands your product, that understands the value of your product. And the second is this very decentralized distribution of your token. So stake drop basically has this gap of 5,000 XPRT that one single address can hold, which assures that there is enough decentralized distribution of your token, and people from around the world are holding your token, not a certain for example, not a certain whale, not a certain group of individuals hold all XPRT tokens, right? So they get this power of they get the power over the network. With stake drop, what we're trying to do is, even before we launch a mainnet, the token is being distributed to very decentralized community, and it's like different geographies, people living into different strategic zones as well, people from Korea, people from Thailand, China, West, Europe, everyone, right? So this is what stake drop is. Stake drop is a innovative way of distributing your token, and now we're seeing a lot of interest. And we would, initial work in this domain was done by some great networks. They got some great results, which we were able to, devise a very unique model of incentivization. So that's why we partnered and identified these 7 networks which have the largest staking communities. And also, so if you look at Cosmos, you ask why to choose Cosmos, why to choose Kava, or for that matter, Iris and Terra. So if you look at all these 4 chains, Cosmos, Terra, Iris, Kava, these are all Tendermint-based chains, just like Persistence. So I'll just show a tech stack also. So if you look at Persistence tech stack, we are a Tendermint-based chain, and all Cosmos, Iris, Terra, Kava are also Tendermint-based chains. So there are a lot of synergies to work together, and all of being part of the Cosmos ecosystem. So this is the reason why we chose these networks. Also, Cosmos has one of the strongest staking communities, if not the strongest. Then second is all the 3 other networks are also working in the DeFi space, which again builds another product synergies for Persistence, working with Iris, Kava, and Terra. Apart from that, Polkadot works on interoperability, also has a strong staking community, which also aligns with the long-term vision of Persistence to work onto the interoperability front, creating interchain solutions. And similarly, if you look at Tezos has the largest staking community, or around 80% plus, if I'm not wrong, of the tokens are staked. And that shows how much strong staking community Tezos has. They're also working towards solving the financial problems. And the last one being Matic. So Persistence team is based out of India. We have this very strong support for the Indian ecosystem, and we are working on multiple fronts, on the product side, onto the community side, onto working with other projects from very initial stages to bootstrap the ecosystem. So with Matic, there are a lot of alignments on the community front, onto the being two of the most or major projects from India. There shows up a lot of synergies at that front. So all these 7 networks that we have chosen have like roles in the long-term vision of persistence, as well as demonstrating that all these projects have strong staking communities, which itself shows will create a lot of value for XPRT even before it's into the market, because all of these individuals that hold XPRT tokens from these different communities already understand the ecosystem. They already understand the value that crypto holds in long term, right? So in that case, you can avoid at certain level. You cannot completely control, but you can avoid certain like speculations in general, like people who are just holding token for speculation. A lot of these community members hold the token for long-term value of crypto in general, and the value they see in projects.
Okay, let me translate. เขาบอกว่าคือเนื่องจากว่าไอเนี้ยมันเป็นเขาเรียกมันเป็น proof of stake เนาะแล้วมันก็เขาก็ยังอยู่ในเพิ่งเริ่มต้น early stage เขาก็เลยต้องไปจับกับคนที่เขามี network ในการ proof of stake อยู่แล้วก็ไอที่เป็น Cosmos Kava อะไรพวกนี้ซึ่งพวกนี้ base อยู่บน Tendermint นะที่เขาบอกนะแล้วก็เขาอันนี้ยังงงอยู่ในเรื่องของตัวที่เขาทำกับคาวาเนี่ยแต่ว่าหลักๆเนี่ยก็คือเขาพยายามที่จะ distribute ตัวโทเค็นเนี่ยก็คือกระจายไม่เพื่อที่ว่าจะได้เป็น Decentralize ใช่ไหมเขาก็จะพยายามกระจายตัวโทเค็นเนี่ยไปให้ใน community เนี่ยมันได้ตัวเหรียญอย่างนี้แล้วกันนะแล้วก็เขาบอกว่าเขาโฟกัสคนที่มอง long term ไม่ได้แบบspeculate ตัวเหรียญเอามาปั่นราคาแล้วก็เอาพอซื้อขายเนี่ยคือซื้อแล้วก็แช่ไว้ในเนี้ยแล้วก็ได้ incentive จากการที่ตัว community เนี่ยมัน grow เนาะมันโตแล้วเขาก็พยายามจะขายของว่าของเขาเนี่ยมันมีพาร์ทเนอร์อะไรในอินเดียในอะไรพวกเนี้ยแล้วก็จะมีแอปพลิเคชันอะไรที่เขามองว่าเขาจะผลิตต่อไปเรื่อยๆนะก็อันนี้ต้องลองดูแต่ว่าในเมคานิกเนี่ยยังงงอยู่เดี๋ยวถามเขาต่อจริงๆเนี่ย the time is nearly running out. I would like to know how to participate the stake drop. Can you explain me? Hello?
Yes, absolutely. So participating in stake drop is very simple. So Cosmos stake drop is already over. We had more than 180 million worth of assets that participated in Cosmos stake drop. And there was like 200,000 worth of XPRT that were 200,000 XPRT that were dedicated to Cosmos stake drop. Now we have Kava stake drop ongoing, which started like just a couple of days back. It's very simple. You have to just stake with any active validator on Kava network. And if you're already doing that, it's great. Once you have staked your tokens on any validator in Kava ecosystem, then you have to send an magic transaction. So magic transaction is nothing but a small 0.001 Kava transaction, in which basically all this transaction is to capture your ERC20 address. So you have to send it from the same address from which you are staking, which can be, say, you are staking on Cosmos Station, Trust Wallet, or Kepler, any of these wallets. And all you have to do is send this transaction with your ERC20 address. So once you send this, we are able to log your ERC20 address, and then your rewards are generated each block. So what you're getting is you're getting your staking rewards, which you were getting earlier. say like here, Kava staking rewards. Plus, you are getting XPRT token for free. So it's like an airdrop for all the dedicated staking members. So you are getting your staking rewards in addition to your
Apite, it is climax. Come on เราเบื้องต้นแล้วกันเท่าที่ฟังดู
staking rewards.
Hello, Abhitesh.
Yeah.
Please go back. Send. I think you said send the magic transaction, and you said you gonna be airdrop for free. After that, I can't hear you.
Yeah, so it's basically what's happening is you have to send your magic transaction from any of the wallets. So magic transaction is a send transaction from any wallet that you're using for staking. So right now the supported wallets are Cosmos Station, Kepler, Trust Wallet, Frontier Wallet. So if you're staking on any validator through these wallets, then it is very simple to send a magic transaction. All you have to do is send a 0.001 Kava transaction. In the memo field, you have to drop your ERC20 address in which you will be receiving your XPRT token once the token generation event happens. Once we publicly launch our token, you would be receiving these tokens in your ERC20 wallet. So it's what I was trying to say is you're getting your staking rewards. That's one. In addition to your staking rewards, you are getting XPRT tokens, which is a great incentive, right, for everyone, because it's like, kind of an airdrop because you're getting all these tokens for free. Right? So,
it's free of charge, right?
Absolutely. It's all just like, great incentive for being a great community member, being a great crypto holder. So it's like power to crypto.
Okay. I would like to translate to the audience. เซอร์ไพรส์เหมือนกันนะเขาแจกฟรีวิธีการเนี่ยเขาบอกว่าเมื่อรู้สึกได้ยินว่า2วันที่แล้วเนี่ยเขาเพิ่งจะลอนแคมเปญของคาว่าใครที่เคยสเต็กคาว่าเนี่ยไม่เคยสเต็กเหมือนกันนะเดี๋ยวต้องไปดูเหมือนกับว่าไอตัว wallet ที่เป็น ERC20 เนี่ยมันจะต้องส่งไม่รู้คาว่ามันรันอยู่บนเน็ตเวิร์กไหนนั้นแล้วไอ ERC20 เนี่ยจะทำ Magic Transaction ยังไงนะยังไม่แน่ใจเหมือนกันแต่เขาบอกว่าทำแค่ Magic Transaction ไปเนี่ยแล้วเขาจะล็อกไอตัวกระเป๋าเราเนี่ยว่าเป็นกระเป๋าที่จะรับตัวไอโทเค็นนี่แหละแล้วเดี๋ยวเขาจะแจกโทเค็นฟรีแล้วไอโทเค็นเนี่ยเอาไปสเต็กเนี่ยก็จะได้อีก1โทเค็นที่เป็น Airdrop อีกคือได้หลายเด้งได้หลายเหรียญเนาะแล้วก็ทั้งหมดเนี่ยก็ไม่ได้เสียตังค์ฟรีซึ่งฟังดูแล้วก็มันก็ไม่ได้เสียหายอะไรนี่หว่าเพียงแต่ว่าเขาอยากให้คอมมูนิตี้เนี่ยมันมีคนเนี่ยเข้ามาสนใจแล้วก็เอาตัวโทเค็นเนี่ยไปสเต็กซึ่งเขาบอกว่าเขาอยากได้เป็น long term ซึ่งฟังดูมันก็โอเคนะเพราะว่าเขาบอกว่าเหมือนเขาได้เงินทุนมาจาก seed round เรียบร้อยแล้วเขาได้เงินทุนมาจากventure cap อะไรเรียบร้อยแล้วว่าอันนี้คือมันไม่ใช่การ raise fund นะแต่ว่ามันเป็นการสร้าง community หรือ build community the time is running out Apitesh I think I got a lot of idea that you have and the community if they would like to join you have the Thai community, right? And you send to me is I will send into the chat. Wait a minute. I cannot. Okay. อันนี้เดี๋ยวส่งให้เพื่อนๆนะครับทางแชทโอเคลองไปจอยนะมันก็ไม่ได้คือถ้าฟังอย่างนี้มันก็ไม่ได้เสี่ยงอะไรใช่ไหมล่ะเพราะว่ามันไม่ได้มาขายโทเค็นนะเราก็แค่ไปทำตามคอนเซ็ปต์ที่มันบอกว่าไอตัว address ที่เราจะรับตัวเหรียญเนี่ยมันคืออะไรนะ คุณธนวัฒน์สวัสดีครับคุณเทเรซ่าสวัสดีครับคุณธวัชชัยบอกสวัสดีครับคุณฤดีบอก I am ready for XPRT airdrop ได้ไอ้ตัวนี้ด้วยเหรอ XPRT เนี่ยศิริรักษ์คุณเทเรซ่านะครับคุณ JK บอก Mr. Bit thank you for very good information to share I hope you speaking English for foreigner เทคโนโลยีบอกแนวกองทุนรวมใช่ไหมอันนี้จะไม่ใช่นะก็มันจะเป็นลักษณะของการรวมเพื่อที่จะเอาไปปล่อยกู้กับทางคนที่เป็นคนซื้อคนขายที่เป็นลักษณะของเทรดไฟแนนซ์นะคุณคาวาอยู่บนคอสมอสใช่ไหมผมก็อยากได้ถือยาวน่าสนใจนะพี่ของผมมาแล้วอะไรมาวะถ้างั้นเดี๋ยวลองดูนะถ้าเกิดว่ามีใครมีประสบการณ์อะไรมาแชร์นิดนึงbefore we close this session I would like you to leave some message for audience about the persistent one project and how they gonna follow you or get the information whatever you want to deliver the message to the audience.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I would like to start first with thanking everyone who joined us today on a Saturday evening. And it was, pleasure being here. I really apologize for my video not being working, and I'll just go back and check. But in general, it was great to be here. And just like what I would like to tell you is that what we are trying to do at Persistence is like will be taking the industry multifold forward in bringing the institutional capital into the crypto ecosystem and giving a lot of chance for the crypto holders like stablecoin holders to get sustainable returns, right? What we have seen over like last couple of years is that this returns on your stable coins have been dropping significantly, and now it's like almost insignificant. But with Persistence, what we're trying to do is get back all the crypto holders sustainable returns. So it's not like it would skyrocket on one day and then go into negatives. It's like it's going to be very sustainable, and because there's always ever growing need for capital in the traditional space, and the crypto stablecoin holders are growing every day, right? So both the supply and demand are beautifully matched. So and it's great that we are growing forward. All of you can join our Thai community. We are on Twitter. You can follow us on Twitter. You can join our global community as well. I'll just drop the global community link also in the chat. If you want to join our global community, please feel free to join that. And in addition to that, if you're looking at participating or getting some XPRT tokens, do participate in the Stake Drop campaign. It's very simple. All of you have this chance to get XPRT token even before it's launched on public channels or through a public sale. And it's like you're also getting your staking rewards. So it's a win-win situation. So yep, that is what message I would like to give. And if you guys have any questions outside of this EMA or this session, please feel free to reach out to me on Telegram or on our community chat. We are always available and very open to feedback, very open to meeting new individuals and getting more in discussion, whether it's about Persistence or it's about crypto community in general, and a lot of POS network discussions, interchain, interoperability. We're always available. And again, like I personally love connecting with a lot of new people. Thailand is one of our key areas that we want to focus. So really great to see that Thai community is picking up so well, and they have such a great response to Persistence.
โอเค thank you อันนี้นะแชร์ตัวTelegram นะของ Persistent One ไทยก็มีนะครับแล้วก็จะเป็น Persistent One Chat น่าจะไม่ใช่อาจจะไม่ใช่ของคนไทยนะ คือไม่ได้หมายถึงว่าไม่ใช่ไทย community อ่ะแต่ก็ลองไปดูแล้วกันว่าจะติดต่อทางไหนนะแต่ว่าเท่าที่ฟังดูก็คือเขามอง long term แล้วก็เป็น win win situation แล้วก็เพิ่งรู้เหมือนกันว่าแจก airdrop X อะไรเนี่ย X อะไรนะ X เดี๋ยวดูกันนะจำชื่อไม่ได้แล้ว XPRT เหรอ แจก AirDrop อันนี้ด้วยก็ลองไปดูแล้วกันนะผมก็ยังไม่เคยสเต็กคาว่าเหมือนกันเดี๋ยวอาจจะต้องไปลองดูเพราะว่าถ้าเกิดว่ามันฟรีนี่ก็น่าสนใจเสียดายคอสมอสนี่มันไปเรียบร้อยแล้วไม่งั้นไปจอยคอสมอสนี่ก็น่าจะได้จะจบไปละนี่มันเป็นXPRT Okay the time is over right now and thank you so much that persistent one being here to give us the informative talk and a lot of thing that you build for the crypto community and bring like a traditional finance to adopt into the decentralized world like a decentralized manner and thank you so much to build the new thing and deliver the new value proposition to the community. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having us and have a great night and a great Sunday for going forward. Hope to see you all in our community. Bye bye. Take care.